Hi, it's Marty Park. I had somebody last week ask me, listen, Marty, if you don't have any money and you don't have a lot of time, what's the best way to grow your business? Well, that's a classic question because if you don't have any money and you don't have any time, it does make it a little bit challenging. But instead of talking tactically about these are the things you should be doing, because tactics are different in every business, I want to talk about an approach that is universal that I don't think many people touch on. And that is the idea of, I'll call it my love it strategy. The first piece is you have to be able to love the method that you choose. If you've always met that person who really loves cold calling, and you may think they're crazy, but when they've at least found a methodology they love, they can get behind it and do lots of it every day and be successful at it. So for most of us, it may not be cold calling, but perhaps it's your methodology is around networking within people you know, or it's around email, or it's a direct mail piece, or it's something else in marketing. But whatever your strategies and tactics are for being out in the marketplace for sales and awareness of what you do, the critical thing is love it. When you are loving it, your enthusiasm is high, your knowledge shows, and it gets better results consistently. And not only that, the volume of work that you have to put in comes easily because you're just in that space of enjoyment. So the second piece to that is if you don't love it, drop it. If it is something that you get up in the morning, and I'll go back to cold calling, because for most of us, getting to a phone and making calls on a consistent basis is just, I don't know, we'd rather probably put needles in our eyes. So I love that idea. If that's your approach where you're thinking, I hate this, stop doing it. You're not going to have any success with something where you hate it. So if you don't love it, drop it. That's my second piece. The third thing is look at the results you're getting. So measure what's happening. If you do determine that having meetings with people, and let's say coffee meetings is a strategy used to promote business and drum up leads, it's not working for you, then you have to measure, okay, first off, how many do you need to have, and know that every 5 coffee meetings I get a lead or a prospect from that. But then you also have to be able to measure it to say, even though I may love it, maybe I'm not that effective at it. And how do I improve the efficiency and effectiveness of those tools that I've chosen to use? The last thing is volume. And what I mean by volume is that if you love a specific tactic, you have to make sure that every single week that you're doing enough of it to create the number of leads, the number of activity, the amount of action that's actually going to close the sales you want. It's always funny to me when somebody says, I really want to generate 10 leads a month, and then they do 2 coffee meetings. And I say, well, what else have you done? And they say, well, just that. Well, there's no possible way that from 2 coffee meetings, it's going to net out 10 leads for you. So the level of activity, the level of love that you have has to be matched together so that you've got a high level of I love doing it and I'm doing enough of it to create the results I want. So if you just took that approach of love it, measure it, leave it if you don't like it, and do enough volume or enough activity of love, then you're far away, further ahead in that plan than most people are just by taking the approach of, well, what do I need to do? What do the salespeople say I've got to do? I've got to do cold calls, I've got to go to networking functions. Yeah, functionally that all makes sense, but if your approach to all of that isn't, I love it, then you're setting yourself up for an uphill battle. Anyway, I hope that helps. Again, visit us at evolvebusinessgroup.com and have a great day.